You only have one life. You need to make sure that you're happy. You know, if not, you're just gonna be miserable and famous. I curate my environment.
Oh, I love that.
Love that.
Yeah, I curate it like a playlist. Having the right people around me that are not afraid to tell me off or, be upset with me or tell me no. And I always just try and find little experiences everywhere I go. My mom's on tour with me too. I just try and make the most beautiful scene every single time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hanan. I don't know if it's just me, but the past couple of weeks I have been extremely tired, and the momentum that I had beforehand in terms of being able to study, going out, being very active, reading books, basically being very productive. I think I lost that sense of productivity the past 2 weeks, and I don't know if it's because I'm burnt out. I don't know if it's the seasonal depression. I don't know if it's because I've been traveling and I just came back and I have to acclimate to my previous schedule. I don't know. I've just been extremely tired and I've just been doom scrolling on my phone. I've been all over my socials, and I genuinely hate the fact that I've been doom scrolling. My screen time went up to 8 hours a day, which is not normal. So I decided that yesterday was enough. Like, I've had enough of that. I deleted TikTok, I deleted Instagram, I deleted all my socials besides Pinterest and YouTube. But I decided to go to the beach yesterday on it. Oh my god, also fun fact, yesterday was Christmas Day. I don't know if it's just here in San Diego, but you do not feel the sense of festivities here. In New York, I felt like you felt it way more than here. I don't know, San Diego's just dead. But anyway, sorry, I was sidetracked. So I went to the beach yesterday and I sat down and I was journaling and I emptied out my brain, and I realized that enough is enough. I am not going to enter 2026 with this procrastination, with this laziness, and this seasonal depression thing. I want to enter 2026 very strongly. And I think throughout the past 2 weeks, like, probably the reason why I was super tired, super lazy, was maybe because I was overworked, because we had finals not too long ago, and probably my body needed that brain. Probably my body needed that break. I'm so sorry. Probably my body needed that break, and I'm so happy that I had the 2 weeks for me to relax and everything. And I think now I figured out that it's very important for me to have life-work balance. As I was reflecting and writing on my journal, I came to the conclusion that I want 2026 to be my year. I want to leave the procrastination behind and implement a sense of discipline in my life. I want to do everything with a clear and direct intention of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Journaling and opening up to myself, about my wants and desires made me realize I will have to sacrifice my comfort of wanting to just bed rot and not wanting to do merely anything, to taking small steps to end this year strongly and get a head start for the new year. Okay, I am really hoping that the audio is not bad and that you guys could hear me, because honestly I am getting kind of nervous because I am at a public setting, but I'm outside. I'm at Miri Cafe. If you guys are in San Diego, you guys have to come and check out Miri Cafe. I am here like 95% of the week. You know, I spend almost every single day here. But anyways, currently on Pinterest. Ooh, okay, the lighting is really hard for you guys to see. But anyways, I am on Pinterest finding photos that I could add to my vision board, because I'm planning on printing out the photos on Friday and also finishing my vision board by Friday. Earlier, you guys saw from the footage that I presented you guys that I was at the beach and I wrote down my goals and aspirations and what I wanted to accomplish in 2026. So now I'm here on Pinterest finding all the photos, or just all the visuals for the goals that I set for myself. And for 2026, I decided that I want to focus on 4 things. The first one is my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second is obviously me, myself, and I. And some of the, like, just in general, I feel like oftentimes I don't tend to focus on myself. I tend to focus on other things. But this year, I really want to take it slow and get to know myself, understand what I like and what I don't like, and just becoming self-aware and knowing who I am as an individual. And obviously school. This year, 2020, or this upcoming year, 2026, I will graduate with my bachelor's, inshallah. But yeah, I don't know, school's also a big thing because I'm also going to be doing my master's after, so planning that out. Some of the things that I want to accomplish, like my GPA, I want to have a very high GPA before graduating. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, but my GPA, I want to have a really good one. You guys, I'm getting nervous and I'm butchering my words. I don't like this. I want to have a very excelling GPA before I graduate. I also want to broaden my studies, and like I want to learn more. I want to read more. I want to become financially literate. Like, you know, all these little things are things that I want to focus on. And then obviously the last one being home, in terms of, you know, getting closer to my siblings, like just that type of thing, like cleaning the house, for example, or just being more present within my house. But yeah, those are the 4 things that I'm focusing on: Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, me, school, and home. These are the 4 things that I'm focusing on. But yeah, so now I'm gonna be finding the photos for them, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So stay with me. I'm gonna speed it up so you guys don't get bored. And yeah, the lighting is khurafi. I love the lighting. The lighting is splendid. Oh my god, you guys. People are looking at me. Like, one person is looking at me. This is so scary. I don't know how y'all YouTubers be doing this. It is currently 5:09 p.m. which is crazy because I feel like the time went by so fast and I was not even paying attention. The sun is completely down and I am not done doing my Pinterest board yet, but I have, let me show you guys the mood. I love my Pinterest board. It looks so cool and very cunt. Hold up, let it focus. This is what I have thus far. For this year, I want it to be very cunt. I want to give very much dark feminine energy. I want to lock in. I want to be a boss lady. Everything. I want to succeed in everything that I am doing this year. So yeah, cunt. Iconic. This Saturday, December 27th, 7:30 a.m. I spent about 40 to 50 minutes writing down my pros and cons for 2025, some of the things that I want to take into 2026 with me, and some of the stuff that I want to leave behind. I thought it was a very crucial step because obviously, like, it's going to give you a good view of the milestones and like some of the stuff that you've achieved in 2025 and what you need to work on entering 2026. So I wrote a couple of things down. I wrote my pros and cons for 2025. I'm going to read them for you guys. I'll start off with the pros and then go to the cons. Starting off with the pros, I feel like I came to terms with I do not have control of the future, and whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has planned for me is the best of plans. And I also gain more clarity about who I am, what I value, and where I want to be in life. For the longest time, I also thought that I had to choose between one thing and focus on one thing only, neglecting things that I loved, like photography and videography. So this year I learned that having balance is very important, and you could focus on your career but also focus on what you like, you know. It's more about life work balance. So I could have a hobby but also pursue my career. Like, I could do two things at once, you know. I don't need to choose one thing over the other. I stopped just having ideas and actually going through with them. If I want something, I just did it. I think we have ambitions, we have goals and aspirations, so we could achieve them, so we could go seek for them, not so we could just suppress them. I started doing things with intentions and a motive, so now everything feels meaningful, and definitely something that I want to take into 2026 with me, and something that I want to do for the rest of my life. I think there's a huge difference when you have an intention before you do something or complete a specific task, because I feel like it adds meaning to that specific task. Like, let's say for example, I'm about to start doing my homework. If I set an intention before doing my homework, I feel more inclined and I'll be more in tuned than when I don't have an intention behind doing my homework, you know. Like, I know I'm reaching for a specific thing, I have an intention. If I don't, it's like, okay, like, I have to finish it and I won't excel as how I would want to excel. This year also taught me to choose my friends wisely, be friends with people who will help you reach your goals, as well as bring the best version of yourself. I think this was one of the most important things that I developed over the years, because your friends make you who you are today. I don't know if you guys, for me personally, I believe the people I surround myself with is who I will be like, or who I will become, because birds of a feather flock together. For cons, I think not giving myself time to relax and recover, which led to burnout. Not taking a moment and celebrating myself for all the milestones I have achieved throughout the year. Also not asking for help and doing everything on my own. And last but not least, letting perfection slow me down. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I never took the time to like consider mental health. And probably that's just coming from an African household, but I think inshallah 2026 I really want to take the time and just celebrate myself more, and just appreciate myself more. And yeah.
Average meant you had a job, you brought home a check, you paid the bills. Nobody expected more and nobody got less. It was safe, it was normal, but not anymore. Now, average has become invisible. Think about that. The world we live in has changed. Quietly at first, and then all at once. There's more access than ever before. Abundance is everywhere. You can learn anything, meet anyone, buy anything, from anywhere. And in that kind of world, mediocrity doesn't just blend in, it disappears completely. You walk down the cereal aisle now. How many choices do you see? Not 3, not 4, dozens. You type in a question, and 1,000 people want to give you the answer. That's not competition, that's a tidal wave. And when the tide comes in, the average gets swept out to sea. Excellence is now the baseline. If you want to be noticed, to be chosen, to be rewarded, you can't just be okay anymore. Think about a restaurant. You go out for dinner. If the meal is average, if the service is just fine, do you rush home and tell your friends? Probably not. You forget the name by morning. Only something remarkable stands out. Only excellence is remembered. And if you're thinking, well, maybe that's just restaurants, let me tell you, it's everywhere. It's every industry, every company, every city. Excellence is the new minimum.